Hey guys, que hola! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa, and today's video is going to be my current curl routine of 2020. So if you want to see how I got these curls, keep on watching. So I already started off with cleansing my hair. I used the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil shampoo, and then I went in with the deep conditioner to give myself a really good deep condition before I started. And so now I'm just re-moisturizing my hair, getting all the strands that kind of got dry as I got dressed and put some makeup on, and I'm just running through all the water through my hair to moisturize. So I usually separate my hair in 3 sections. I do half up, half down, and then I kind of go in and put all the product, and then once I'm done with that section, I divide the top section into two. After adding some water with my spray bottle, I go ahead and use the Kinky Curly Not Today leave-in detangler, and I use about quarter size amounts and go ahead and rake that in through my hair from root to tip, making sure we get to those tips because the tips are the oldest part of the hair. They're the most dead part of the hair, so you want to make sure you get those in. I go ahead and add a little bit more if I feel like it's a little bit more dry, and then I run it and rake it with my fingers. After I rake it with my fingers, I go ahead with a wide tooth comb and start from the ends and really try to get all the little tangles that probably didn't come out from the shower and go from root to tip once I'm done. After I'm done with the Kinky Curly leave-in, I go in with my favorite gel right now. It's currently the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Sculpting Gel. I love this. So I use the same amount that I'm using for the leave-in, a quarter size amount, and I use it for both sections. So I use a quarter size amount for the second half of my hair, as opposed to when I did the leave-in, I used 2/4 size. This one I did about 1. And I just really go in and rake it through. As I'm raking, I'm smoothing it out, trying to get through every piece of hair that I have. This sculpting gel is amazing. I'm someone that I really feel like I really need a good hold. I have very, very frizzy hair, and I live in Miami where it's humid year-round. It's wintertime right now, and it's still humid. 80-degree weather with humidity. It's raining, and oh, but this gel does a really good job at defining my hair with still giving me a hold. I find a really, really hard time finding a gel that gives me a good strong hold. So it gives me a good strong hold, a definition, no flaking, and it doesn't make my hair crunchy and hard either, but not too soft where it gets frizzy. So after that, I'm going in ahead again, and I'm splitting my hair in two, like I said before, and I'm just starting the same process. So adding some water to any pieces that are dry. I'm going to go in with the leave-in conditioner and then again with the gel. once I'm done adding product, I go in and I finger curl the front part of my hair or any pieces that are actually that tend to get very frizzy, so that's the back part of my head as well. And I go in, I smooth the piece that I'm working on, I finger curl all the way to the bottom, and I kind of shake it out. So I'm just doing the same process. I don't do it all over my head. I tend to feel that I lose a lot of volume if I do it around all my whole entire head. The frizziness that I naturally have gives me the volume, and I really like it. So I like to actually have the different curl patterns, because doing this will give me a very smoother, looser curl pattern, as opposed to the rest of the pieces that I leave without finger curling, are a little bit tighter and they're less defined, so it gives me more of a volumizing effect. So this is the final result that I have wet before I go ahead and dry. I have some big chorongo curls in the front that they're a lot looser and more defined than the rest of my hair, which is more tighter. And then I go in with the Jamaican black castor oil to seal in all the moisture. I always use an oil because I try to seal in the cuticle as much as possible, since for me it's very hard to retain moisture. I'm not sure if it's just my hair or if it's just the weather and the climate that I live here, but the moment I step out, it's like frizz central. So I like to use an oil when my hair is wet and moisturized. Never use an oil when your hair is dry, because the purpose of an oil is to seal in moisture. So if you're using oil on dry hair, all you're doing is sealing in dryness. So this is the final result. I always let my hair air dry. I never really diffuse unless I have an event that I'm going to where I don't want to leave with wet hair, and I obviously want to see the final product and I don't want to leave it to fate to see how it's gonna dry. And then once it's air dried, I go ahead and I start splitting up all the curls that have been clumped up together after being finger detangled, and I'm just running my hands through my hair, stretching out my hair as light as possible without causing too much friction and too much frizziness. My hair is going to naturally frizz up on its own, so I don't want to manipulate it in that way where I'm going to give it more. So I'm just feeling through my hair, just feeling which parts need to be broken apart and which parts need to be fluffed out, shake it out, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my hair pick. And once I grab my hair pick, I'm going to start fluffing out the top part of my hair. And you're going to grab the roots and just pull through. With the pick, you want to make sure that you're pulling from your scalp. You don't want to run it through your hair like a brush or a comb. You don't want to run it through your ends, because you're just going to brush out any of the curls that you have formed. And what you're basically doing is lifting up the hair that has kind of laid from when you were styling it. So it's very flat. You want to give yourself some volume. So with one hand you pick and the other hand you kind of fluff out. After that, I'm just going in, breaking apart more pieces and curls. So I probably do this process a couple of times where I go back and forth with a pick and picking apart my curls, fluffing out, going back to my curls, picking up any pieces, kind of just shaping my hair around and seeing what parts need to be shaped out. Then you're going to grab your fingers and continue to fluff out to give yourself more of the shape that you're looking for. And this is the final result. I'm loving the volume, the definition. I'm just loving the way my hair came out. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys want to see next. What kind of product reviews, what kind of hairstyles. Let me know. Mwah, besitos.